Name and the named are indistinguishable. He himself is as the name. The akshara, letter of alphabet, indeed is the form of God. Just as by sowing the seed the tree comes forth, likewise, the name is made potent by repeating it. That all names are his names and all forms are his forms will be revealed with the progressive repetition of the name of liking. Again, gradually there will be revelation that he is nameless and formless. Take his name only. I know everything is possible by taking his name. Spare as much time as you can for him. If you cannot spare much time in chanting his name, discuss about him or sing his name or read spiritual books. Try to keep the mind inclined to him by whatever means possible. With progressive repetition of the name the mind, chit, gets purified. After that, with the arousal of reverence and devotion, the mental state being purified, semblance of various elevated states are felt in the heart and these start working. Always chant the name of Thakur, God. From the chanting of the name, devotion, liberation and peace, everything will blossom forth. Be with the name with firm faith, reverence and devotion, leaving aside your pride. You will see that all your work gets done all by itself. As such things happened during the course of play of sadhana of this body, this is being said so emphatically. Don't keep aside anything to test God. In that case there is no hope of anything happening towards his revelation. Surrender all your belongings to him. He himself sustains and is sustaining your burden and the burden of the universe, remember this. Always try to be immersed in and engrossed with the name. Remember that taking God's name is for God's sake. God's name wears away karmas as well as sins and desires which have accumulated over several yugas. As the kindling of a lamp illumines a room in darkness for thousands of years, likewise the name of God dispels the darkness of crores of births. When any work is performed perfectly, then the appropriate result of that action will surely come to light. One can dive into the ocean of divine beauty only by being preoccupied with the name. Because of the non-differentiation of the name and the named, for the time being the attitude toward the outside world vanishes and the self-illuminating power of the name comes forth on its fourth own. Tender-aged children do not like to study because they prefer playing to studying. To make the children study, force has to be applied, likewise. Initially chanting the name has to be done compulsively. What one requires is practice. As you see, to remove the stains from the utensils, scrubbing is needed. The stain cannot be removed by scrubbing once. Rubbing is required to light a matchstick. It cannot be said at what point it will catch fire suddenly. Same is the case with chanting the name. Accomplishment comes through practice. Be engaged in the yoga of practice. Firm faith is required, but that is the great lacking. There is no end of desires through action. Endless desires appear one after another. All other desires are abolished when one dwells only in the desire for God. If, day after day, one waters at the root of a tree without caring for its branches and leaves, then it will be seen that all the old leaves of the tree will fall and new leaves will appear. Likewise, without paying heed to anything else, if man chants the name only, then he will be liberated from the past sanskars, impressions of past karma, and will get a new life.